Turned absolutely perfectly at the last second.
And you know, this is one facet of the game that hasn't had a week off, and that is special teams.
They have been fantastic, and you look at the things that John Ryan's doing, downing punts inside the 20, and even against Dallas, a game that they lost, you get the blocked punt, they get a recovered muffed punt. So they are just doing a fantastic job. And, you know, coaches will always tell you that it's a full third of your team, offense, defense, special teams. We don't pay a lot of attention to the job that Coach Schneider does with special teams and all those guys. But, man, they're a huge part of what this team does and why they're able to have a lot of success. They're giving teams the long field, especially John Ryan. Usually don't talk about punters and kickers that much, but these guys are
not
really
outside
special.
of their golf game.
That's right.
Exactly. He's been doing a fantastic job. Again, the front runner probably for Special Teams Player of the Month again. Now, if you are wondering where we are, a reminder, we are at We Are 12s, the Seattle Seahawks and the Road to Victory exhibit here at Experience Music Project. And one thing that you're going to want to see when you get down here is the Vince Lombardi Trophy. Apparently there's 2 copies of this. The team has one. And this is Paul Allen's.
This is Mr. Allen's.
Yes.
I have not. I don't want to touch it. Yeah, I don't want to knock it over. I almost knocked the other one over on set one time. I was like, okay, I don't want to be anywhere near that trophy. This one looks a little nicer than the other one, too.
Does it?
Yeah.
Does it? Because it's Mr. Allen's.
Right.
And with that is a game ball from the Super Bowl as well. Hey, a reminder, the 12s exhibit is now open, and it's a good time for fans to come and see it. The Seahawks, well, they're on the road the next 2 weekends, so you have some time. Jen Mueller has one of the Hawks as they get ready for the race.
Well, Steve Schilling getting the start for a second straight week at center as Max Unger works his way back from a foot injury. And Steve, last week you had a taste of the 12th man and all of that good stuff. This week on the road, how much are you going to take from last week as kind of a step forward and a stepping off point?
A lot. I mean, it was my first time playing center in the NFL here in a game, so it was all new. So I think that experience under my belt, you know, I'll be a lot more comfortable out there, which will help being on the road in a tough environment.
Technique-wise, I think a lot of people look at offensive linemen and say, well, you're just blocking the guy in front. How hard is this? Technique-wise at center, what is different from you playing on either side?
Well, obviously, there's a ball that you have to snap to the quarterback every play, and it makes things a little bit different, and it can change your technique. I mean, you don't have your right hand for the first half second of every play when you're giving it to Russell. So there's things that are just different in guard or tackle that luckily I've been doing center in practice the last few years. I'm pretty used to now, but like I said earlier, getting that game experience is big.
It seems to me like if you were outside the building and you're listening to what people are saying, there's just a sense of panic and like this is a must-win game. Inside the building, what is the talk about the Rams?
I mean, they're a good team. There's definitely not a sense of panic. I mean, we lost to 2 really good teams. It was tough because it was a loss at home, and people around here aren't used to that. And this team isn't used to that either. So it's just another week. I mean, every week is a championship week, and you try to go 1-0 every week. I think those are the things you've heard, and got a good opponent with the Rams coming up. So you forget about that loss as quick as possible because you have to be able to move on quickly.
The Rams and Seahawks, always 2 of the best games of the season. Coming up next, we'll look back at some of the great games between the rivals and look ahead with Steve Wyman.
John Baldwin has done